Holiday tables are full of love, but they're also full of opinions. And especially when we're a bookkeeper, we have to be careful with how much we're sharing about our dream of building our bookkeeping business. So I want to tackle this topic with you about keeping peace at the dinner table and in your own spirit and your own business as you're building your bookkeeping business. It is so important for us to understand that those who are around us have the best intentions, and a lot of them truly love us, but you're going to have that Aunt Irene who is negative Nancy and who is constantly being devil's advocate and asking you, well, what if this don't work? What if this doesn't work? When you're oversharing what's happening in your bookkeeping business. So as we enter holiday season, I want us to think about some things that we can put in place to safeguard our hearts. And we are in vulnerable places because we're entrepreneurs, y'all. We're doing something different that a lot of the world doesn't do. And so a lot of people come into conversations with an employee mindset. And as an entrepreneur, as a bookkeeper building a bookkeeping business, we're different. We are just different. And so what we need to remember is we don't always need to overshare what our plans are, especially in the baby stages, especially when you're in that really vulnerable spot of just beginning to get your first two or three bookkeeping clients. We really need to manage what words we're saying and to who we're sharing it with. Okay. With that being said, I have found that a lot of times someone closest to you can be the most negative about your bookkeeping dream. Now, when the fruit comes and they begin to see what you built, their story will change. But at the beginning, a lot of times, sometimes the people closest to us can be really negative. And so I'm coming to you with this from a heart of, I've been there, I've done this. So listen up, okay? Share your dreams with an audience and people who you know have an entrepreneur spirit, who has built something, who may have a hobby on the side. They have their own business. So those are the people that you can really share with because they're going to listen. They're going to be a sounding board. You need to find a group, find my group, reach out. I'll have the link below, my Facebook group, where you can come in and join like-minded other bookkeepers who are building their bookkeeping businesses in a safe place. You need a mentor. You need somebody who has been where you're at, who can lift you up when those negative comments come. Okay. We need to keep negative Aunt Irene away from us as much as possible. And there's some things that we can put in place in our bookkeeping businesses that can help you do that. I've got a couple of strategies that I've used. Number one, you can block people seeing certain posts. Okay. So if you have that family member or that friend who's constantly following you and always being negative, always questioning, always critiquing what you're doing, they're gossiping about you, all the negative things that we don't want in our business, that we don't want around us, block them from seeing your post. All of us should have a business Facebook page. At least the business Facebook page is free. It's easy. Get it up there. I've got some tutorials about that. Get your business Facebook page up. Another strategy I use is you can create a private Facebook group, which means you select and let who you want into that group. I do that for my own coaching business. I don't let just anybody in this whole YouTube world come in to my Facebook groups because I want to know that you're a person, that you have a desire to build a bookkeeping business, and you need to be in my circle. Otherwise, you don't need my trainings. You don't need to hear how to build a bookkeeping business and be critiquing me. I need to know who you are. You do the same thing with your bookkeeping business. You can create a small private Facebook group that only people you invite in can come in and be in that circle. Now, one way you can do that is taking your business Facebook page and posting a share link. Here's my private group for anyone who wants to learn about bookkeeping strategies. You may need my services in the future. Even if you don't need them now, you may need them in the future. Come join my group. Come into my private space here where we can learn about each other. And inside that Facebook group, you'll know your audience. You'll know who's seeing it. And you can begin to post 1 or 2 minute videos like this, explaining who you are, introducing yourself, maybe time of the year, share some ideas about some things you can write off inside of your business. Buying a new vehicle, buying a new computer, just reminding people as you're in, take your mileage, write your mileage down in your car. You can do short little videos like that using Zoom for free, up to 45 minutes, and post those videos into that private safe space that you have built to protect yourself, because it is real. The criticism is real when you're building your business. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And you have to keep your why at the center of why you're building this business. Do you need to be present for your children? Do you need to be present for your spouse? Is there an elderly parent that you're needing to be around and be able to take to doctor's appointments, and you need the flexibility that a bookkeeping business gives you? Keep that why at the focus of what you're doing, and that's going to help you overcome these roadblocks, I like to call them, when people throw negativity at you. Again, you're going to be surrounded by family a lot over the next little bit. It's that time of the year. Just keep your focus and protect your mental space, because that is where we win all these battles. Especially when you're starting out at the beginning, it's important not to share a lot of the little details, because people will criticize you and critique you. Now, I shared at the beginning that, think about your audience. Who are you sharing this with? Have they built a business? Do they have a hobby? Do they have that entrepreneur spirit in them? And I will add to that I have a best friend that I have been friends with since I was 14 years old. She has never opened a business, never been an entrepreneur, just a wonderful mama, wife, teacher, all the things. And she is one that I can share anything with. She knows all about y'all. She knows about this channel. She knows about my groups, paid groups. She knows about my paid programs. She knows all about the behind the scenes of Vicky's bookkeeping coaching program and my bookkeeping clients that I physically serve too. She is one of my number one supporters because she loves me dearly, and she has a sweet spirit, and she encourages me. Whenever I get discouraged, she'll help bounce ideas off of me and go, well, why don't you try this? Or even though she isn't an entrepreneur, she's a wonderful sounding board. And so I encourage you to think through that too. So don't narrow in your list of people who you can talk to about all the details of your bookkeeping business to just one or two. Because, oh, well, I have this person, but she's not an entrepreneur. Vicky says don't talk to her. No. Some people you can talk to if you trust them and you know that their spirit is right in line with yours, and they're going to build you up. Okay. So just be careful with who you share your dreams and visions with as a bookkeeper as you're coming up and being able to mingle with lots of people. Okay. With that being said, during this holiday season, I am encouraging you to tell people you're in business. There's a difference between saying, I have a bookkeeping business and I am open for new clients, and then spilling everything. Okay, so we just need to use discernment with what we say. You can end your conversation there. You don't have to tell them how many clients you have. You don't have to tell them how many clients you plan to bring on. You don't have to tell them I'm only working 3 hours a day. You don't have to tell them that I get off every day at 1 p.m. because I go pick up my kids and do all the afternoon activities. You don't have to give all those details when you're promoting your business during the holiday season, because this is the time you need to be sharing with your cousin who's a hairdresser that you have spots open for your bookkeeping business, because she's going to have all those people sitting in her hair chair that are business owners, that it might come up over the holidays of, I really need a bookkeeper, like it's the end of the year and I really need somebody to do my bookkeeping. She can say, oh, my cousin Vicky is a bookkeeper. Why don't you reach out to her? Here's her contact info. So I hope you're hearing me here, that you still share that you're in business with everybody at the dinner table, but you just don't go into all the little details about, yeah, I'm almost to my goal of $6,000 a year, a month. I mean, not a year, a month. You don't share those details. You just share, I'm in business. I'm looking for new clients. I would love to bring some more on board. Let me know if you know anybody. And then you have your small circle that you really share those intimate things with about where you're going with your business and what your goal is and what it's going to look like in a year. So don't let anybody steal your peace this holiday season. Use these safeguards that I've shared with you, And I know that your business is going to continue to grow. Share below any encouragement you might have gotten from this. Also, join my Facebook group. I've got some programs that are coming up that's going to help you with QuickBooks. Get in there and really learn it as a bookkeeper, and also how to build that bookkeeping business. I have a beautiful launch program that I sell periodically that you can jump into to really get alongside other people who are building these businesses that are doing this. I come to you from real life experience and really learning from my own mistakes and sharing that with you so that you can build your bookkeeping businesses too and have really a lucrative bookkeeping business that you will love and serve clients that you love too. See you next time.